Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Peace, love, and positivity to you. My name is Sohum, and today I'll be reacting to some more bread. If you're new here, I definitely encourage you guys to check out my first time reaction to this group. I fell in love rather quickly because I, for one, love that soft rock vibe, and bread bring that in spades. Their melodies are so buttery smooth. The vocal delivery is so tender, heartfelt, vulnerable, and the harmonies too are just to die for. So a lot to look forward to today with these three bread songs, all of which were requested by Russell C. So thank you very much, Russell, for your generous request and bringing some more bread back to the channel. But now, let's jump into it, starting with Guitar Man.
Who draws the crowd and plays so loud, baby? It's the guitar man. Who's gonna steal the show? You know, baby, it's the guitar man.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. The first note fast, the second kind of thrown out there, and then it falls gradually. It's a nice kind of rhythm.
Who's gonna steal the show? You know, baby, it's the guitar man. He can make you love, he can make you cry.
Oh my god, that guitar sliding down.
Bring you down and he'll get you high.
So satisfying.
Something keeps him going miles and miles a day to find another place to play. Night after night, who treats you right, baby? It's the guitar man. Who's on the radio? You go listen to the guitar man. Then he comes to town and you see his face.
Oh,
And
the
you
strings.
think you might like to take his place. Something keeps him drifting miles and miles away, searching for the songs to play. Then you listen to the
my God.
music and
It's
you like
even
to sing
softer here.
along. You want to get the meaning out of each and every song.
This is the first time now that I'm actually noticing the bass line for real, but it is panned far to the left, whereas now this acoustic guitar is in the right. So you have this separation of textures that connect in the middle and still feel really good. It feels like the gel then has to be this extremely soft vocal delivery. It's just so fun to listen to this group. I really like these melodies and the way these instruments are arranged.
And you like to sing along. You want to get the meaning out of each and every song. Then you find yourself a message and some words to call your own and take them home.
The guitar work.
He can make you love, he can get you high. He will bring you down and he'll make you cry. Something keeps him moving, but no one seems to know what it is that makes him go. Then the lights begin to flicker and the sound is getting dim. The voice begins to falter and the crowds are getting thin. But he never seems to notice, he's just got to find another place.
here.
Got to play.
Dude. Wow, because I opened up this commentary with saying like they're soft rock, but this specific song was probably their most intense track I've heard thus far. Definitely things get amped up when you have an electric guitar that is afforded time to solo and build upon some of the acoustic stuff we heard and this chord progression that's been keeping us moving, with then the strings accentuating all of the right places. And a song about Guitar Man logically should be more guitar focused. And that's pretty much what we got here, because even lyrically, when Guitar Man would be referenced, you would immediately hear a follow up lick from the guitar. Really, really like great songwriting for one, but I just love the way that this song built. The vocals are always so pretty with Bread. It almost feels redundant to like repeat that here. Granted, this is my fourth Bread song, but that I feel confident in making that statement. Man, this is such a catchy song. I love the way it built by the end. This is good stuff, and it was such an interesting guitar tone to use as well. It almost felt like it didn't belong in this track to begin with. Like as I heard it, I'm like, okay, like it's kind of sticking out in an obvious way, but that kind of is a bit of the personality of the electric guitar, is that it does stick out. It does call for attention. It is supposed to be the leader, and the leader is visible, is noticeable, is a bit different than everything else. And I think the juxtaposition of all of the other softer elements underneath, which we can call as the bass, the strings, the vocals, the drums, were playing second fiddle, sort of, to the guitar, which again then just becomes naturally your main focus. That said, like again, the string melodies are beautiful, the vocal melody is beautiful. Once again, this is just a 10 out of 10 song. Let's jump into the next one here. It don't matter to me.
It don't matter to me if you really feel that you need some time to be free. Time to go out searching for yourself, hoping to find time to go to find. It don't matter to me if you take up with someone who's better than me, 'cause your happiness is all I want for you to find. Your peace of mind. A lot of people have an ego hang up 'cause they wanna be the only one. How many came before, it really doesn't matter, just as long as you're the last. Everybody moving on and trying to find out what's been missing in the past. And it don't matter to me.
The way they pull down the
If your
volume,
searching brings you
isn't
back
that so
together
satisfying?
with me. 'Cause there'll always be an empty room waiting for you. An open heart waiting for you. Time is on my side.
It's so easy for
It
them.
don't matter to me. It don't matter
The
to
thing is, I love the simplicity in the songwriting. I don't know. And oftentimes, like, people conflate simplicity with something being bad or as an insult. I think there's something so beautiful in simplicity, in terms of structure, in terms of melody. And Bread, like in the first song, I almost felt like that was one of their more complex arrangements. Here it feels like we've gone back to something simpler. So when you have then the quickening of the vocal delivery from the sections, or the back and forth between the multiple vocalists, those things end up standing out, because when you're listening to a song, the way that your brain interprets the different elements are all relative to one another. It's very rarely the case when you hear a song in the moment and your brain is thinking of other songs. Now, I am an example of somebody who also breaks that mold, and like I'm an exception to that rule in some senses, because I very often am thinking about just music all the time. But if you're just thinking relatively, if you constrain your thought process of what you're experiencing to just this context, when something is at 2 decibels versus 4, you're going to notice that difference, even though in an absolute sense, if average songs are, let's call it 7 decibels, it'll be noticeably quieter. But it doesn't matter, because here the dynamics are within the song, and there's enough to work with here that, again, there's beauty in the simplicity, which I really like.
It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me.
What a chorus.
It don't matter to me, 'cause there'll always be an empty room waiting for you. An open heart waiting for you. Time is on my side,
Oh,
'cause it don't matter to me.
dude, I will listen to everything Bread. They are so fun to listen to. And so far, both of these songs are less soft rocky than what I heard the first time around. It almost feels like they've dialed up the intensity, so to speak. Again, think about it in relative terms to their discography, and think about what I've experienced too with Bread. But so far, so good. I'm falling in love with this band, the melodies, the vibe, even the simple guitar work. It just feels like the perfect thing to do in the moment. It doesn't have to be this like really grandiose solo. It just has to fill the space and touch on that emotion very gently. And you can even think of soft rock holistically as that idea of a softer touch. Rock music in general, like that's been my life for so long. It punches you right in the face. It makes its presence known, and there's a time and place for that, and I love it for that reason. But soft rock, it's almost that like you're about to take the punch and it vanishes like a magician. They, turn the card right at the end, and you're finally safe in those, in the arms of that magician or whatever. I don't know why I brought up a magician. I haven't watched a magic show in a long time, though I used to watch a lot of Penn and Teller. A separate analogy is that I bring up about this idea refers to when I was a kid and taking hockey lessons for the very first time. Now, mind you, I had gone into hockey with very limited ice skating experience. Like, I did ice skating before I did hockey, and I was not a good ice skater. Granted, I would make it around the rink a bunch of times and be able to follow very kind of disjointedly the exercises and drills we were having to do, but I was never a good ice skater. And then my mom was like, oh, let's throw Sohum into hockey. And of course, hockey with all the pads and all the other additional equipment, if you can't properly ice skate, hockey is going to be a nightmare. And in my first lesson, I remember that at the end, I was like drenched. I was completely exhausted and low in spirits. they had us all lay on our bellies side by side, and we were like towards one end of the rink, and at the other end of the rink were all of the young instructors and coaches, and as fast as they could, they skated towards us, and then right before, running into us and causing real damage, they sheared the ice into our faces, and we were safe, but that was rather traumatizing. I don't know. Maybe that's the idea of soft rock. Anyways, Sohum, story time over. Let's go back to Bread. Last song is going to be Diary.
I found her diary underneath the tree and started reading about me. The words she'd written took me by surprise. You'd never read them in her eyes. They said that she had found the love she'd waited for.
Beautiful melody in the acoustic guitar.
Wouldn't you know it? She wouldn't show it.
His voice floats.
Then she confronted with the writing there, simply pretended not to care. I passed it off as just in keeping with her total disconcerting air. And though she tried to hide the love that she denied, wouldn't you know it? She wouldn't show it. And as I go through my life, I will give to her, my wife, all the sweet things I can.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about somebody else for a second. I'm like, I'll give to her, my wife? Why would you give your wife away to this diary writer? Now it makes more sense here.
I will give to her, my wife, all the sweet things I can find. I found her diary underneath the tree.
This is such a sweet song.
And started reading about me. The words began to stick and tears to flow. Her meaning now was clear to see. The love she'd waited for was someone else, not me. Wouldn't you know it? She wouldn't show it. And as I go through my life, I will wish for her, his wife, all the sweet things she can find.
Talking about himself in the third person.
All the sweet things they can find.
Hold on. So if I'm understanding the story correctly, he found the diary where she in it professes her love to him but never in real life does it, and he carries on his life without ever addressing it with her. And then in some of these like choruses he's like referencing the diary and her from an outsider's perspective, not his own. Maybe I'm like misunderstanding some of the lyrics here, but the way it seems to me is that he discovered the diary and nothing ever actually came of it. They kind of just like went their separate ways, and he still has that like love and care for her, and he wishes that she have all of those sweet things in life, whether it's because of him, whether it's because of someone else. I'm gonna look up the meaning of the lyrics in this song. Diary bread lyrics meaning. Oops, trying to find it here. The song is about a boy who is in love with a girl. He finds her diary and reads it, only to find out she is in love with someone else. Okay. Bread keyboard player David Gates made up this story. Okay, so that's kind of... I mean, I didn't say it, so I can't claim like I knew what was going on completely, but it's kind of what my brain was thinking about too, is like there's a certain other person who is out there for her, and this narrator just wishes that she have all of the little sweet things in life anyways, whether it's with him or with someone else. What is that quote? If you love somebody, you have to be willing to also let them go. That's it's kind of what you get lyrically here in a roundabout way, because as much as you would like to be the recipient of somebody's love because you have affection towards them for one reason or another, if they don't have that same affection for you, the path forward is not to convince them to change their mind. The path forward is to take it on the chin and find somebody who you can share your love with, and hopefully it's reciprocated, because unrequited love is a slow killer and makes the even most deep romantics in us turn cold, unfortunately. In this song and through the delivery, it feels like he's just kind of content with the situation. He's not happy about it necessarily, but it's not ruining his life, you know? Like, this love was there, and I wish her well, and I maybe wish it was me, but I don't spend too much time thinking about it. And maybe I'm making a few leaps of faith in my assessment there, but it's a beautiful song. Also, complete solo performance, might I add. And oftentimes I've said this too, like, all you really need is great vocals, lyrics, and a guitar to strum along to. Any good song will be able to be stripped down to that place where you can just perform it, like in a campfire or just in your bedroom. There's something very, very real about it. And to me, it's relatable because as a guitarist myself, so very often all that I do simply is just strum along to chords of songs that I love and know, or songs of my own writing and creation. But this was a fun 3-song set today. I hope you guys enjoyed listening alongside me. If you did and would like that I react to more Bread on the channel, you can send a request my way using the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.